Hello everyone, welcome back to the Beer Garden. And today in this live on the YouTube, Nathan and myself will be talking about the Wednesday race card in Hong Kong. And today there will be a night race card at Happy Valley. So quite looking forward to that. But the weather currently is still very wet. I think the ground is not going to be very fast. So just see, is there some horses that are good at riding on some not that really fast ground will have better performance. So this time, 9 races tonight. And morning, Nathan. How's going?
Good morning, Shireen. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Lovely to have be here yet again. A very competitive card tonight, actually, at Happy Valley. I think it's a nice little betting card.
Yes.
And the two races that we're going to cover, I'm actually pretty keen to have a bet.
Mm.
Conveniently on both of our top picks. So hopefully we can find some winners for the punters this evening. But yeah, as I said, I do think it's a nice card. Shame the weather doesn't sound like it's too great at the moment, but hopefully with some improving conditions, everyone gets their chance tonight.
Yeah, right. Hopefully. So let's start talking about our picks for today's race card at Happy Valley. So I will talk about it first because I'm going to mention race number 4, which is a class 4 over 1200 meters. I'm going to have the current favorite, which is number 1, Beauty Infinity, as my banker. I think this 4-year-old is trained by John Size and he made his debut in Hong Kong in this season. So on his first up in Hong Kong, which was at the end of last year in December 20th. So he made his debut over the 1200 meters at Happy Valley, and at that time he chased well and finished third. And when this year and turned January 4th, he won on over this course and distance again. So I think this 4-year-old son of Tornado is settling quite well in Hong Kong, and also this distance is the best trip for him. So last time he was beaten by, but I think there were some excuses for him, and it was his first time carrying a heavyweight 133 pounds. And actually, after he broke from gate number 8, he could stay in a better position, but he stayed at the back. But he did not have really a clear run in the home stretch, so just beaten by less than 3 lengths. I think it was acceptable. So this time, good draw for him again, gate number 6. And interesting to have Zach Purton on the beauty horses. Zach Purton will be on board for the first time, so I will be quite looking forward to him. And I would like to give him one more chance because there were some excuses last time also. If he can stay in a better position, I think he has a really good chance to win again. And this 4-year-old keeps doing really well, really fit, showing really fit in the morning track work. So yeah, top weights this time, but good to have Zach Purton on board. So I will have number 1, Beauty Infinity, as my banker in race number 4. And for my selections, I will first include number 3, Travel Golf, that he will be jumping from gate number 5. I think the draw is really important for him because when he checked his form this year, he finished with 3 placings and all of them were breaking from a good draw. So once he has a good draw, he can stay in the midfield or get the rail. That will be much more better for him. And when he was beaten, we checked his form this season, all of them were breaking from some wide draw. So this time a low draw for him, and already proven himself that quite competitive at this rating in over this course and distance. Happy Valley is good for him, 1200 meters is good for him, and hopefully he can run well because he's already a 5-year-old but still a maiden in Hong Kong. So he's lucky enough to have a good draw again. And for the preparation before this starts, he was sent to Chung Fa to have a barrier trial, and he was traveling really well on that barrier trial at Chung Fa. So hopefully he has a better chance today with a good draw. So see if he is able to break the maiden tag in Hong Kong because he only have 5 placings from his 7 attempts here. So hopefully a good draw again for him this time. There is a good chance for him. So number 3, Travel Golf will be one of my selections. And the other one I would like to have will be number 9, Divine Era, that he is now transferred to Casper Farm stable for the first time, and he will try the Happy Valley 1200 meters for the first time again. Not the first time, but he used to race at Sha Tin usually, such as in this season, all of his 5 stars were over 1400 meters at Sha Tin. However, for the city circuit, he could also handle it because last season, when he raced over this course and distance, he could still finish with a second. So I think this is quite a good trip and course for him. So this time, I think Gates number 1 would be quite good, and Karas Teton takes the draw. And when he see how he run in this season, usually he is a leader. He loves to mate or love to lead till the end, but he had a slightly change in this season because he can show a great turn of foot. So I think that this 7-year-old gave us some surprise in this season. So this time a good draw, and first up from the Casper Farm stable, doing really well in the morning track recently. So hopefully this horse is still fit for racing. So quite interesting to see Casper Farm race him at the city circuits tonight, and I think there's a good chance, especially since he has a good draw Gate number 1. So in race number 4, let me recap. I'm having 3 quite obvious horses. Number 1, Beauty Infinity as my banker with selections. Number 3, Travel Golf, and number 9, Divine Era. And Nathan, what do you think race number 4? Any other horse you would like to shout out?
Well, initially, I've got to be with you here. I really like Beauty Infinity tonight. I'm pretty keen to be backing it. I liked his first up effort behind Easy Snip. I thought it was a nice performance that day with Andrea Zenny on board. And then second up, I thought it was a really nice win. Yes, he got some luck with a few sort of mishaps in behind, but I love the way he knuckled down and won well. And then last start, he just had no luck at all. Jumped from gate 8, like you said, Shireen. He sort of went back and he was cast wide without cover for a large portion of that race. And I actually thought he was impressive to only be beaten about 2 3/4 lengths on that occasion. I thought he was really, really strong through the line. I think this time we get Zach Purton on board from a nice enough gate in gate 6. I think he ends up pushing forward and probably looks to find maybe the 1-1 or even just take a midfield sit with some cover. And I think he's going to prove hard to beat. I know he's got to lug the top weight here, but I just think he's a horse on the improve, just the 3 starts. And I think he might be proving himself better than Class 4 company sooner rather than later. So I'm with you. I think Beauty Infinity is one of the better bets tonight. Sorry, I just got my favorite horse in my head. I think Beauty Infinity is one of the better horses and one of the better bets in this race. So the other one I do agree with is Travel Golf. Like you said, every time he draws a marble, he runs well. He's just very consistent when he draws a gate. He's drawn 2, 5, and 1. Every time he's drawn an inside draw, he's run in the top 3. His other starts, he's drawn 12, 11, and 11, and he's bombed out. So it's easy to make a case for him if he can just hold a position from gate 5. I think he's around the $6 currently on the Jockey Club website. I think that's a more than fair quote for a horse that's pretty consistent. Look, he's only got 1 win. And that wasn't in Hong Kong. So he's yet to break his Hong Kong maiden. But I do think he's very, very close. And he gets that perfect run in transit to possibly go ahead and break his maiden. So that'll be my 2 bets in the race. I'm hopefully Beauty Infinity is a bit of the progressive type. Travel Golf is the one that just gets a lovely map. And then I actually wouldn't mind chucking the one down the bottom here, Bo Goss. Now, I know 1,200 metres probably isn't his right trip, but I love gate 2 for him. I love the way he hit the line last start behind Red Hair King. And he's third up into a campaign after a pretty lengthy spell. He had nearly 200 days off heading into this campaign. So I think he's needed the run first and second up. I think he's ready to peak. Maybe he wants to get back to the 1650, but at the 1,200 metres, you're going to get a price here in the double figure quote. So if you want to chuck one in at a bit of value, I'd go with Bo Goss. But for mine, happy to move Beauty Infinity as the main bet. Little saver on Travel Golf. So hopefully I don't lose on the race.
Yeah, good to hear, Nathan, to have some similar picks as myself in race number 4. And yeah, thank you. And now it's your turn to talk about race number 8. Nathan, please. Race number 9.
Yeah, we'll go to the last race on the program. Well, we have had a lot of 8-race cards as of late, so I'm not surprised to hear you say that, Shireen, because, we've only just started picking back up and having the 9-race program. So we'll go to the lucky last. A really interesting race, this one. It's a Class 3 over the 1,200 metres here. And I don't usually like horses that draw wide at Happy Valley, but I'm giving the exception to the rule here tonight, just on a price basis as well. I think we're going to get a nice price, and we've come up with a pretty nice price here for number 3, and that's Raging Blizzard. He's around $5 at the moment on the Jockey Club website. That will not last. If Ausbooks open $5 fixed, I'd be diving into the quote. I think he probably jumps around $3, and I think that's probably the fair price for him after last start. He was only beaten 0.2 of a length by Watch Buddy. That horse is going really, really well, and finds himself, is probably right in the market. I believe he's in race 8, so you can tie him in nicely before this race as well. So keep an eye out for that. But I want to go back to 2 starts back where he ran into Gorgeous Win. Now, he beat him that day by a lip. It was a perfect ride by Karis Teed and just swung up the inside rail, just beat Gorgeous Win by a lip on that occasion. Gorgeous Win's come out since and absolutely destroyed them. At Sha Tin. So again, easy to time into elite company. Prior to that run, he was just in behind Galaxy Patch. He wasn't beaten too far that day. And then his first up run, he beat Strath Pepper. And he beat him by half length, but he beat him very, very convincingly. I thought it was a terrific effort. It had Zach Purton on that day. He drew 11 first up on that occasion, and Purton was able to slide across, find some cover midfield, and absolutely pulverise his rivals. I think this is a pretty similar setup in terms of what he'll try to do. From gate 12, I think he'll go find a spot midfield, and hopefully, if he can just sit 3 wide with cover, I think that's the best asset Raging Blizzard has, and that's electric turn of foot. He just seems better when ridden with cover. You go back to that run last start, I just don't think he appreciated sitting outside the leader. He raced ungenerously. I thought he actually clung on pretty nicely, and Watch Buddy just got that perfect run on his back and peeled off and proved too good in the end. I think Raging Blizzard's the class in this field. Happy to be with him. And I just think he's got so much upside. 5 starts for 2 wins and 2 more minor placings to his name. I think this Son of Pure Canto can win tonight and go on to bigger and better things. I just think he's got an element of class about him. And I do think he might even be better getting out further. They've kept him to 1,200 metres in his last 4 starts. It's going to be interesting to see if they'll stretch him out over the 1,400 metres, possibly head back to Sha Tin after tonight. But we'll wait and see. We'll try and get the job done tonight, though, in the Lucky Last with Raging Blizzard. Pretty keen on him. Made him my best bet. In the minor money, I thought it was pretty difficult to dissect the ones outside of that. Bonza Pearl is going outstanding, but after that win, she sort of found herself maybe a little bit found out last start with that top weight. She was luckless, to be fair, so easy to forgive that run behind Watch Buddy was in that same race. But I've ended up going with the first up horse for the Mark Newnham's stable, and that's Sing Dragon. His form here in Australia wasn't too bad behind the likes of Iron Merc and Yoshino before heading over to Hong Kong. And I didn't mind his barrier trials at all. He seems to be going really, really well at the moment. Draws a soft gate in gate 2, and the market seems to really be gravitating to it. It's currently 4.5 on the Jockey Club website. This is one I expect to drift a little bit. Just a horse on debut in Hong Kong after 400 days away. I think you're going to have to expect some kind of a drift. I'd be shocked if he jumped favourite, but we'll wait and see. He could well. And if the money does come, Hewitson for Newnham here might be onto something, because if the money comes and there's a market push pre-race, look out. It could be a very, very nice horse. So Sing Dragon, I want to be respecting, and I've put in the play. And then one that I've chucked in at a bit of a price is down the bottom, number 12, Golden Samurai. Now, he was just even last start behind Watch Buddy, but I like the way he hit the line. I think he looks ready to do something here from the nice draw in gate 3. Matthew Poon jumps on board and gets in nice and light here in the waist. He's probably ready, petering on a class drop here, which if he does, I definitely want to be backing him next start. But if he can run a race here, I don't want to miss out on him if he runs into the play. So I'll put him in the Quinella, and hopefully he can run into the minor money as well. A horse that, again, just maps well, gets a nice run in transit. And I'm going to trust that Watch Buddy form is the right form for a race like this. But Raging Blizzard for me, I'm one out my quaddie. So if I'm going into the last race alive in that sort of a play, hopefully Raging Blizzard can get the job done. Sing Dragon, the watch horse for mine on debut. Interested to see what he can do. And then Golden Samurai, maybe on the verge of a class drop, but if not, he could run well in the play. So Raging Blizzard for me on top in the Lucky Last.
Yeah, I agree with Nathan. In the last race for tonight, number 3, Raging Blizzard. I think last time he was running quite well over this course and distance, because it was his first race over the city circuit. He did not have any or barrier trial here before, so quite good to see him to handle the sharp turn, and good to have Zach Burton on board, but a wide draw for him. But Zach Burton is good enough to overcome the bad draw. So I think Raging Blizzard second up in the Happy Valley. So I think with the experience of last time, I think he is going to improve. So I think the price wise now, right? Yes, it's $5 in the win and 2.4 for the place. So I think if he can keep this price, it is quite attractive. And yeah, the newcomer, the debutant number 7, Saint Dragon, will make his Hong Kong debut tonight from gates number 2. And actually, he had quite good barrier trial in Hong Kong. So I think this 4-year-old is handling well in Hong Kong. And I quite like his form in Australia because he is a winner at Rose Hills and he ran very, very close at Randwick. So I think these forms prove him that can handle the Hong Kong easily. So hopefully, if he settles well from gates 2, I think there's a good chance for Saint Dragon. And for the other runners, I would like to have a mention in the last race will be number 9, Chain of Gold, because he is going to have his second up tonight. And I think 1,200 meters is a better distance for him. He made his debut here last time over the 1,000 meters, and it was not really easy for the horses to make their Hong Kong debut over the 1,000 meters at Happy Valley. But he was just beaten by less than 3 lengths, which I think it was quite impressive. So this time, a better trip for him. The draw is still good for him. So I'm expecting that Chain of Gold as a young horse, just a 4-year-old unexposed gelding. So I think he's going to improve. So I will maybe have a small place bet for number 9, Chain of Gold. But yeah, I think that the banker for Nathan, number 3, Raging Blizzard, is really good. So I will be also cheering for him. So let me recap race number 9 for Nathan. Banker number 3, Raging Blizzard, with selections number 7, Saint Dragon, and number 12, Golden Samurai. So that's all for our preview for tonight's race card at Happy Valley. Hopefully we will bring you some winner and hope you will enjoy it. And we will see you next time for the Sha Tin preview at the weekend. Thank you for watching again. See you next time. Goodbye.